We continue to work examples with our understand, solve, and explain strategy. Again, we'll keep the strategy in the corner. Example 3. About how fast is Earth orbiting the Sun? Step 1 is understanding the problem. We are asked how fast, which means the answer should be a speed. Speed is defined as distance divided by time. You can always remember this fact by thinking about speed limits for cars. For example, in the United States, a speed limit of 65 means 65 miles per hour. Miles are a distance and hours are a time, so we know that miles per hour represents distance divided by time. We can use a circle to approximate Earth's orbit around the Sun, where r is the radius of the orbit. Earth's average orbital speed is the distance Earth travels in each orbit divided by the time each orbit takes. The distance is the circumference of the orbit, which is 2 pi times the orbital radius. The orbital radius is Earth's average distance from the Sun, which is 149.6 million, or 1.496 times 10 to the 8th kilometers. This orbital radius is also called an astronomical unit. We now put the circumference in the numerator of the equation, writing 2 times pi times the orbital radius of 1.496 times 10 to the 8th kilometers. In the denominator, we put the time for each orbit, which is 1 year, because that is how long Earth takes to orbit the Sun. We now have an equation for the answer, so we can move to step 2, solving the problem. Notice that if we do the equation as is, the units will end up as kilometers per year. It will be easier to understand if we convert to kilometers per hour, which we can do by multiplying the year by 365 days per year and 24 hours per day. Notice that all the units cancel except for the kilometers in the numerator and the hours in the denominator. So our final answer will be a speed in kilometers per hour. With a calculator, you'll find the result is 107,000 kilometers per hour. We've rounded to 3 significant digits using the rounding rule for multiplication. If you look back at our equation, the 2 and the pi are exact numbers, and the 24 hours per day is close to being exact. Of the remaining numbers, the one with the fewest significant digits is the 365 days in a year, since this is precise only to the nearest day. That is why we rounded the answer to 3 significant digits. For our final step, we notice that the answer makes sense because it has the right units, though many people are surprised at how fast it is. We conclude with a simple explanatory sentence. Earth's average orbital speed is about 107,000 kilometers per hour.